All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 697. I'm your host, GBD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who's also vaccinated and has swollen testicles, Wombat.
Okay, now to clarify.
First of all, what's going on with your camera? How come you're not like in the frame at all?
Oh, am I not centered enough for you? Is that better?
Pan down. We want Bush. What movie is that from? What movie is that from, Wombat?
Revenge of the Nerds.
Thank God.
Jesus.
Thank you. Thank you. It was all worth it. Sorry, what were we talking about?
I was talking about that I have a vaccine and I have swollen testicles.
Yes.
But the two are not, that doesn't necessarily, one has nothing to do with the other.
Right. And nobody wants to talk to you about it.
Proof.
Yeah. I have the vaccine and I sat on a beehive without pants on. The two things are unrelated events.
Understood.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Well, welcome to the show, everybody.
Did you get your vaccine? Did you get $100 to get your vaccine at a concert?
No, is that what happened to you?
Well, no, I already had it.
I know that.
$100.
But did they have that?
Have it? I don't know.
You could have gotten your third dose.
Right.
That's really happening by you?
Mm-hmm.
Where is that exactly?
You want to know, Chibi?
Cincinnati.
No, I just want to know because sometimes you go to Kentucky too. Like it's close by. You
could see Kentucky from where I was at.
Yeah. See, I knew it. I'm not talking crazy talk.
Nope.
So what concert did you go to? This is why we're doing the show on a different night, by the way.
Yeah. So last night for Christmas 2019, I think my Christmas present from Mrs. Shipwreck was tickets to go see Alanis Morissette and Garbage, and at that time it was Liz Phair was on the tour as well, but she got swapped out for Cat Power over that time. I think she had prior engagements over.
I don't know if that's an upgrade or a downgrade.
Cat Power is a person?
Yes.
Not a movement.
Both.
Yeah, I think I'd rather see Liz Phair.
I would rather see Liz Phair to be honest, but Cat Power's quite good as well.
Yeah, it's not like it's like we replaced Liz Phair with a steaming pile of trash.
Right. So, it's really a musical taste between the two, right? Like Liz Phair had the radio hits, Cat Power had kind of the underground stripped down thing going on.
She stripped down?
Musically.
I never heard of her, so I sort of tuned out.
She's really talented.
Sure.
I'm not familiar with her.
You didn't even know who Ryan Reynolds was until about 5 minutes ago.
Not true at all. Not true.
So I've always been a big fan of Alanis Morissette, right? Jagged Little Pill, pretty much one of the perfect albums of the 90s, right?
Yeah,
like from front to back, one of the best albums of the 90s. Yeah. So this was the 25th anniversary of Jagged Little Pill.
Oh, yeah.
So I saw it when it was the 20th anniversary, I guess. Then I saw the last time they did an anniversary concert for Alanis Morissette.
Right, because 20 is a pretty big deal too.
Yeah, I think I saw the 20th anniversary tour of the same thing.
Who opened for her then?
I saw her with Jason Mraz.
That's a downgrade.
I liked it.
Garbage.
I thought he was great. It was
he's fine.
It is a downgrade from Garbage. That is true. I'm not going to say you're wrong.
Right? Not
the steaming pile of trash.
Right.
But he did play "I'm Yours."
I'm sure he did
7 times.
7
Remix,
times in a row.
Ukulele version. What's the woman's name from Garbage?
Shirley Manson.
Yes.
Yeah.
I masturbated to her a lot growing up.
If you're going to do that, you should know her name.
I did at the time. But it's been a long time since I've even looked at her, let alone masturbated to her. So I would have got it eventually.
She's only happy when you rain. Is that?
It's gross. Don't be gross, Wombat. I'm trying to be real and you're being real gross. So who was the best? Who sounded the best out of all those 3?
I think Garbage was the most interesting because I hadn't seen them live before.
Was she still wearing the really short skirt that you could look up?
No, she had like leopard pants on. We had like really good, we were like in the 6th row.
I saw your picture. You posted your picture on Twitter.
Yeah, so we were right up front. Apparently we were on the Jumbotron a lot. But
Is that a concert where people stand up or sit down?
it's mainly stand up.
Mainly stand up. Okay.
Yeah. Cat Power, you can sit down for Cat Power because I mean it's just she doesn't have like a backing band or anything. It's just her up there playing her electric guitar or piano and singing.
Okay.
But when Garbage comes on, they're pretty heavy, right? Like their music, especially live, like it's got some pretty powerful like bass lines and a little bit of techno type stuff going in the background.
So you can't stay seated, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got to get up and groove to Garbage.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like people would be watching me, but I think I'm paranoid. So
Boy.
it's not going to get better.
I'm not jerking off to these
out,
puns.
Eventually, you're going to run out of Garbage songs, so it'll be fine. They played all the hits, right?
All three of them. Hey,
They had more. They had more than 3 hits. Come on.
Sure. They had 3 good hot videos that I jerked off to, probably.
Sure.
Thank you.
And then Alanis was, I mean, her concert was really good too. I've seen her, I think you're the 3rd or 4th time I've seen her. It's tough. Like early on, like she's like like early in her career, like she's just like all over the stage, like headbanging like the entire time. And like really like, I don't know, like over the top, like it's a lot. And now like the first half of her concert is much more, even though it's the same songs, it almost gets like a folk artist type of thing going on.
She doesn't want to run around that much.
Right. But then at the end, once she gets into the You Oughta Know stuff,
she brings out a trampoline.
Like, please don't hurt yourself, Alanis, because you are going nuts.
Oh, wow.
Up there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So that was cool. I really enjoyed the concert.
How much does a ticket cost to a concert like that, and with really good seats? I'd like to compare the New York prices to the Cincinnati prices.
Mrs. Shipwreck would not tell me.
Oh, okay.
I know what the face value was, but
okay, what was the face value? That's all I needed to know.
I think face value was like $76.
That sounds about right.
But you never get face value, right? Because they all go to the scalpers
right
immediately. Right. You can't get good tickets.
Well, here, the 6th row, you wouldn't be able to buy a 6th row seat. You'd have to buy the platinum edition ticket, which gets you backstage and everything else, and then it'll cost $500. They won't even like let you get too close unless you buy the collector's edition of the ticket.
I was supposed to see a concert in the spring of 2020, and that one I believe is now in the summer of 2022. So hopefully I'll finally get to see that.
I look forward to hear how it was here.
I mean, I know everyone's excited to hear how the Gin Blossoms, Toad the Wet Sprocket, Bare Naked Ladies concert is. Yes.
No, I've seen all of them 20 years ago.
I've never seen Toad the Wet Sprocket live, and they're probably the band I want to see the most.
Now that is a pure sit down the entire time concert.
I mean, most likely.
Sounds good.
That's most likely a sit down. I mean, the last time I saw the Bare Naked Ladies was a small venue show, and it was very much sitting down. Then again, I remember the first time I saw the Bare Naked Ladies, and it was not a sitting down show. That was also 20 years ago.
Correct. I feel like Bare Naked Ladies, maybe you have to stand up for a couple of the songs.
Yeah.
But the rest, I think you're safely sitting.
This will be my 5th time seeing the Bare Naked Ladies.
What happens, Wombat, when you show up at a concert like that, and then the guy in front of you, standing is me, like my size?
There's like a Saturday Night Live sketch about that. I think there's like an old one.
But it doesn't even matter who. If you're behind me, it doesn't really matter. Like if you're tall or short, really, I'm fucking your view up. Like no matter what. That's why like stadium seating in movie theaters was probably like the greatest technological advancement in my entertainment lifetime.
Yeah, it's amazing to think that there was a time where I would go to a movie theater and there's a chance that someone could sit in front of me and I couldn't see.
And imagine being the person knowing that you're blocking like this angle behind you, like, and then sitting the whole movie like on your back, basically, like you just sit on your spine. I'm like, well, they'll probably can see over if I sit like this. But then fucking stadium seating came, and it was life changing.
And now they have the big reclining seating.
It doesn't even matter how tall you are. You could be fucking 7 feet tall.
Yep, it's nice.
Except when I lie down in those, my feet touch the rails. So I guess you can't be 7 feet tall. But anyway, it sounds like a good show, Ship.
It was good to go to a concert.
Yeah. I had Billy Joel tickets and that got canceled. And then I just got my money back because that cost a lot more than $76. And those were face value and it was not 6th row. And fuck that. I don't even know when that's happening. Anyway, we have some big CAGcast news that took us way too long to get to. It took us 16 years to get to it.
I know. I saw
that Apple recognized us in any capacity whatsoever. And it only took 16 years. I mean, they've been putting together these curated collections of podcasts based on genre. So they probably have one for true crime and some other shit. And they have one for gaming called Patch Notes. And we were in it along with, I think, like 10 other shows. And that's the first time that we've ever appeared in anything that's been like curated by Apple, any type of, editorial capacity, I guess you would say.
So do you think it was based on like review numbers or something like that?
I think there's a guy who got a job, whose job it is to make that collection, and he's maybe listened to us for a long time, and he finally had some power to help us out. That's what we've been waiting for.
I hope so. Well, thank you, guy.
It's the same guy who drew the Squirrel Girl comic, I think. I'm pretty sure. We have one really good fan who's dedicated, and he's just going to keep changing jobs for us to get us included. But I was really like...
Yes, Jacob, keep changing your job.
Someone said, yes, it was me in the chat, but I don't know. Poncho, I don't know. And I actually was really excited to see that. Normally, whatever, but I feel like I've been waiting a long time for that. Just for Apple to be like, hey, you guys been doing a show for a really fucking long time. And then people listen to it still. It's not the most popular show around, but there is a pretty big number of people listening to it still. And you've been around for 15 years. And when we had our 15-year anniversary, I filled out I tried to figure out how to get featured on iTunes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I filled out this whole form, and you had to it wasn't just some little, short little thing. You had to write an essay basically why you should be featured and all this shit. And I filled out the whole fucking thing, and the 15 years anniversary came and went, and nothing. But it's all worth it now. We've been acknowledged. So thank you, whoever made that happen. That was nice. My family was excited because they were all close. We were right at the dinner table or something when I saw it.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, wow. And Ty's like, what's that? And he thought I was even cooler than usual.
I posted it on Facebook. It was my third Facebook post of the year.
Right.
So, because I'm like, oh, girls I went to high school with need to see this one.
That's, yeah. What do you think they were thinking, really? We made the right choice.
Yeah, they were still thinking they made, but they did like it. So
you had some likes? Oh, yeah, no joke. Okay.
Yeah, no jokes. So
I didn't post it on Facebook. I don't post anything on Facebook anymore.
Like I said, I think it was my third post this year.
It's hard to get excited to post shit on Facebook. But anyway, that was big. Shout out to the Patch Notes collection on Apple Podcasts. How about some show feedback?
Sure. Oh, excuse me. I just drank some water.
Oh my God.
I know. It's been a day. It was Yom Kippur. I fasted.
Oh.
And then I ate dinner because the sun went down. I also had a cup of coffee with dinner so I wouldn't fall asleep during the show.
Nice. Me too.
Yeah. And then I have to work after the show. It's a day. But anyway.
Sounds like a day.
I know. Anyway, Gorgo has to say, good show, guys. Regarding the Alan Wake remaster. Yeah, I love the game, but definitely won't be buying it when I already have it on 360 and PC. I'm happy for the new generation of players who can experience.
Totally. I mean, hold on. Let's just say it's one of my favorite games ever. If you don't know much about it and you play it, are you yawning while I'm talking about one of my favorite games ever?
No,
Is that what's happening?
I was clearing my throat, but without making a noise.
Oh, so almost. Anyway, sorry. I'm just. You okay?
Is that better?
Was that
better? Was that better?
I didn't hear a thing.
I was trying to not do that, but
Anyway, I feel like once you sort of uncover the secrets of Alan Wake, and not just the plot secrets, but just the gameplay elements and how it's I don't even want to say.
It's a well-constructed game.
Yes. And once that sort of surprise, you've explored that surprise, I feel like I don't know that it's worth going back there again, unless you haven't. Like, I feel like I just played that again on PC when it came out on PC. It's like, how many times can I revisit this one excellent game?
Well, he then goes on to say, Shipwreck rightfully mentioned how great HDR would be for this game. And unfortunately, it's not included. Something, oh, nice.
Yeah.
Something
see,
about,
I even have an Alan Wake shirt on.
I see
right
that.
now,
That's
just
very
randomly.
Nice. Yes, you do. Look at that.
So I thought this is what I thought would be interesting. I mean, do you think not having HDR? I mean, what's the
That's
point?
a downer. We need God rays also. We're not getting God rays. Is that HDR? I don't even know.
I'm sure it still looks great, but yeah, it seems like it would be a perfect like feature for, I don't know, one of these companies to say, hey, look at HDR. We're going to be the Alan Wake Remaster.
Yeah.
console.
Oh, yeah. But maybe it's really expensive and they didn't want to pay for it. I don't know. Who knows?
There's a lot of light in that game, so maybe that's the issue.
Yes, it's important.
Too much HDR.
Right. We don't have the technology for that much HDR. What else?
This one I took from YouTube.
Okay.
And when I read it, you'll go, yeah, you did. That is a YouTube comment.
Yes.
Anyone else shaking their head at Wombat's naked hypocrisy around abortion? Guy whines every week about the severity of COVID, but is A-okay with a procedure that literally kills almost 1 million babies in the U.S. alone. I'm vaccinated, by the way, so at least I'm consistent in my beliefs.
Yeah.
You know, did you know that no baby has ever died from abortion?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I pulled that out of his statement without your help.
Yeah. I'm just making sure that everyone's aware
Yes.
that no baby has ever died from an abortion.
Hey, at least he's vaccinated, Wombat.
Yeah, but I'm glad this guy's vaccinated. I hope he also is vasectomied. So
All right, Wombat. Look, you can't have it all, right?
I know. I guess not.
You encouraged his trolling by reading his
I
trolling
know.
comment on the air. You like the attention, even if
It
it's
is.
negative.
It is a trolly negative comment. I find it more funny than anything else that he thinks that that's a hypocritical opinion, and he doesn't realize that he's just a douchebag.
He may realize that too. They're not.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows he's a douchebag.
Not one or the other.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.